Crypto is a wild world. We all know that. And because of it, most people keep to the safe route. But is it really that safe? Today we need to talk about a trap that most of you are walking right into. Most people think they own crypto. They log into an app, they see a balance and feel safe. But if you are holding your assets on a centralized exchange, you don't really own crypto. You own a promise. And history shows us promises get broken. Today we are leaving the banks behind for real this time. I'm going to show you the difference between the black box and the glass vault and give you the exact tools you need to take full control. You see, when you buy crypto on a big exchange like Coinbase or Binance, you aren't actually buying that crypto. You are buying literally an IOU note. Does that sound familiar? Well, it should. This is exactly how the banking system started. People deposited gold, banks issued paper receipts, and eventually they printed more receipts than they had gold. Centralized exchanges are playing the exact same game, selling you paper crypto that doesn't actually exist, because they hold the keys, they have a kill switch for your money. At any moment, if a regulator makes a phone call, or if their automated system flags you, they can freeze your account instantly. But it gets worse. To even enter this black box, you have to pay a price: your identity. Almost every major centralized exchange now demands strict KYC, know your customer. You have to upload your passport, your face, your address just to be accepted to trade there. This creates a massive weak link in your privacy, especially if you got into crypto for financial sovereignty, right? But by forcing KYC, these exchanges have become the government's favorite tool. You are handing them a live feed of your entire net worth. You aren't off the grid. You are under a microscope. And even if the government doesn't seize it, hackers just might. Look at Bybit losing over $1 billion. When these black boxes break, your IOU note becomes worthless. The golden rule remains: not your keys, not your crypto. So, what is the alternative? It's the glass vault, the decentralized exchange, or in short, DEX. On a DEX, there is no sign-up, no KYC, no permission, no manager in a suit. It is just code. When you trade here, the assets move directly from your wallet to the smart contract and back. It is peer-to contract. You can see the liquidity, you can verify the code, everything is recorded on chain. If the exchange goes down tomorrow, your money is still in your wallet, not theirs. This is what crypto was built for. Okay, now you get it, and you want to leave the black box. Here is the map. Here are the tools I actually use on a daily basis to maneuver through the crypto landscape. First and foremost, wallets. That is your headquarters. For EVM chains, think about Ethereum, Base, Polygon, etc. Wallet is a great tool. For Solana, Phantom is the standard. And for your life savings, get it offline. Use a hardware wallet, a Trezor, maybe even Tangem. Both of those would be excellent choices. Second, let's look at the markets where we want to trade. Let's keep it simple, go to safe and repeatable protocols. On the Ethereum ecosystem, think about using Uniswap or PancakeSwap. There are others, but these are the biggest, the most reliable and reputable ones. They handle billions of dollars in volume. If you are planning to trade on Solana, then go ahead and use Orca. There's also Radium and a couple of others worth mentioning. But if you are a complete beginner and you want extreme simplicity, then you just need two protocols. It depends on where are you planning to use your crypto to do your trades. Are you on the Ethereum ecosystem? That is a prime choice for DeFi users. If so, use 1inch. Actually, 1inch bridges the gap between Ethereum and Solana. That would be my go-to choice, because 1inch is not just a DEX. Actually, they are a level above DEXs. They are a DEX Aggregator. That's the technical name of it. What that means is that they can tap into the liquidity on multiple exchanges. And that's extremely powerful. Just think about it. As long as you know what you want to trade, 1inch will then point out the best swap route for you. In other words, if you want the cheapest trade, they will find that for you. And like I said, they do bridge the gap between the Ethereum and Solana ecosystem. If you want to swap on Ethereum or on Solana, 1inch gets it done. Better even, they have their own Web3 wallet, so you can make that your own personal headquarters, store your funds, and manage them using their wallet interface with the reassurance that you are paying the lowest fees. There's other benefits from using their wallet, easy integration for off-ramping because they also do offer a crypto card. All of that put together makes 1inch a prime choice, but there's an option if you want to stay on the Solana ecosystem and you're not interested in looking elsewhere. If that is the case, I would say go with Jupiter. You see, Jupiter is just the same thing as 1inch, a DEX aggregator. It gets you the best routes, the best deals for swaps on Solana. That's the biggest difference among them. Jupiter is strictly a DEX aggregator that works on the Solana ecosystem. And also they do not have a crypto card for easy off ramping, but there's other options. For example, there's Cast, which is a great option. I talk about that in other videos, but that's the biggest difference between Jupiter and 1inch. Mostly it's going to depend on which is the ecosystem you plan to have your funds on. That's going to be the biggest factor to help you determine which should you use. Now, I have to be real with you, there is a choke point. Getting your fiat money into crypto usually requires a centralized exchange, that is the toll booth. You can use a centralized exchange just as an on-ramp service. Buy your coins and then withdraw them to your wallet. After all, to this date, they do offer the lowest fees when on-ramping. I still do use them just because of that, but once I get my crypto, then I move it to my wallet. That is where it's definitely under my control. You know, just treat the exchange like a public restroom, for example. Get in, do your business and get out. Just don't live there. If you want to skip centralized exchanges altogether, it's going to cost you in the shape of fees, but you can do that either with Jupiter or 1inch. Both of them offer on-ramping services. You get your crypto straight to your wallet. But like I said, you are going to pay much higher fees there. But that is the price of not only privacy, but also self-sovereignty. You have to decide if it's worth it for you or not. The banks gave us paper receipts for gold and then devalued the paper. Exchanges are now giving you database entries for crypto. Don't let history repeat itself with your money. If you don't have a self-custody wallet set up yet, click this video right here. I'll walk you through setting up a Jupiter wallet, even on mobile, so you can secure your assets today. Or this other video where I explain you why 1inch is a great platform for crypto beginners. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Maybe share this one with someone who is interested. That being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you for watching. Take care, keep exploring crypto, and I'll see you on the next one.